Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Time stands still, beauty in all she is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away. Standing in front of me, every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. One step closer. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
Namaste. Imagine yourself in a deep, beautiful, rich rainforest. As you sit comfortably, imagine yourself sitting under a waterfall, a beautiful waterfall that comes straight from heaven. This waterfall comes with a golden light. The water droplets are like golden drops, drops full of energy, full of light, full of electricity, ready to charge you. As they fall on your forehead, on your head, you feel them falling and seeping through your skin into your brain, waking parts of your brain, illuminating parts of your brain. And as they continue seeping in, they wake your eyes. The energy behind the eyes gets renewed. Now you can feel and sense the light coming through the beauty that you observe even more energetically. As this light, this waterfall, the particles of this waterfall continue to trickle down your face, you notice that the skin around your cheeks is feeling full of energy, full of joy, bursting with love, and blushes of golden electricity. As it softly wakes you up and enlivens your skin, as it trickles even deeper, the energy behind your nose, your sense of smell has heightened. You are now able to smell the water, the leaves, the sky, the air around. You are able to sense the smell of the forest as it gushes through your nose into your lungs and fills you up with aliveness. You are now able to taste of what these fruits in the forest taste, of what the water tastes like. And as they trickle down further, you feel your arms are waking up. Your hands, your fingertips feel alive, full of energy and electricity. This divine light is spreading all over your body, all over your chest, your stomach, your spine, as it lightens up every area of your body. It spreads through your legs, through your knees, your feet, your toes. You feel this entire circuit of energy building more circuits around your body with different glows and lights, waking you up. This wakening up is loving, is delightful, is full of life. Each sound, each sensation in the forest is reminding you that life is so alive, is so delightful. As you enjoy your senses you are enjoying the love that you are receiving from God. Through these beautiful experiences, you are becoming aware that you are now dancing with God's dance, the dance of nature. As you enjoy this dance, your heart is filling up with more energy, with more delight and vast experiences. Now you may open your eyes.
Hey there, it's Ajahn, and I am doing the card reading today for this Sunday sermon. And the deck that I'm using today is the Archangel Animal deck by Diana Cooper. And I've pulled 3 cards. Okay, so the first card is Deer. Trust in the support of the universe. Archangels Michael and Faith. So a pretty powerful card right out of the gate. Archangels Michael and Faith, twin flames. Okay, trust in the support of the universe. So you can be assured that God supports you in all of your choices that are in alignment with love. In this picture, the deer have this light inside of you, inside of them. This is the light that's inside of you. This is God. And know that, God is always with you. God never leaves you. And so, you can always call upon him at any time, to help you and to guide you, in your next steps. And that you're so very supported and so very loved. So you can trust in that. Okay, so the next card is Goat. Act from your innate wisdom. Archangel Permalike, I hope I pronounced that right, and Pan, God of nature. Okay, act from your innate wisdom. Okay, so this card speaks to me that you can trust yourself. You can trust your intuition. You can trust your heart. Just go by the feeling that's there. Like if it feels good, if it feels like a divinely guided step, it's safe to trust that. And to know that you are supported in every step. You can't make a mistake. You're not going to, ruin anything, or it's just, you're learning. So just claim your innocence there and really, trust yourself. You have the tools, to make these choices and know that, you are supported. So, choosing to do things like in alignment with love and not from a place of fear. Ego will try to talk you out of it. Will tell you all the things that are going to go wrong. But just trust your heart and just take that leap of faith. Goats have a lot of faith. If you've ever seen them, they will be like on the side of a mountain, and they don't fall. They don't fall because, they trust. They trust that they're supported. Okay, and the last card is Bat. See through illusion into truth. Archangel Durenka. Okay, so as we know, bats are nocturnal creatures. They see in the dark. So this is just, very straightforward card. See through the illusion. And this kind of goes back to, trusting yourself, trusting your heart, and having faith, that knowing that, that you're supported. So it's safe to just trust, your heart in this place and see through the illusion, see through ego or fear, trying to talk you out of it, trying to, guide you away, from God. But know that, God is always within you and will never leave you. And this is a huge illusion that a lot of people, are healing through, is feeling like God will leave them. They can be abandoned. But it just, even in the dark, you can see in the dark that that's simply, not true. You know, God is with the bat even in the dark. God is with you even in the dark times. So, and you can tap into that. You know this. You can call upon God anytime, because you are supported and you're so very, very loved. Okay, so going over the cards one more time. The Deer, trust in the support of the universe, Archangels Michael and Faith. Goat, act from your innate wisdom, Archangels Permalike and Pan, God of Nature. And the Bat, see through illusion into truth, Archangel Dorenka. I hope you enjoyed this card reading. I really enjoyed bringing it to you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the sermon today. Take care and have a great day.
Hi, I'm Jason, and this is Chrissy.
Hello.
We're twin flames in harmonious union. Today we are going to be introducing the sermon for this week's Church of Union service. The sermon is by Adam and Brianne.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it on?
Being loyal to love.
Loyal to love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are basically riffing off a Twin Flame Ascension School class. It's Wednesday Wednesday, 1 p.m. class 4, being loyal only to love. And they were talking about going deeper into that class and really what it meant to them to heal. It's a beautiful sermon on their own personal experience of choosing to be loyal to God and loyal to love only.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things that they shared can be very relatable for people, right? Like Brianne shares her old employment. I don't want to give like all the things away, but like Brianne shares her own employment, and so a lot of people can relate to either having a job that you knew wasn't like the really like awesome thing that you wanted to do, or maybe had other aspirations, or just felt guided to go in a different direction, or experience something new, and really taking like a leap of faith in allowing yourself to do that little nudge that says, hey, go in this direction, like having faith and taking that leap of faith for yourself, right?
Yeah, 100%. And as you go deeper into this work and embody unionism as a unionist, you'll find that the deeper you go into love and you devote yourself to love, the more you'll find yourself around our church community, really feeling good and loving it and going deeper into it and developing your relationships within the community. And devoting yourself to love is such a core component of what Adam and Brianne talk about today. And there's a quote that I just absolutely love from the class that they talk about from Jeff. He says, do not be loyal to yourself, be loyal to the love in yourself. And he quotes, I am not loyal to myself. I am loyal to the love in myself, and therefore I'm loyal to all. So even when you want to really figure out what to do, you might not know what to do, always choose to be loyal to love. Be loyal to the love in yourself.
Yeah, within you.
Within you, right.
Yeah, and like Sometimes you may not know, or sometimes you may have a misbelief or misperception, and you want to really look at what is, what direction is love calling me to? And okay, maybe I do have a misperception or misbelief. I'm willing to like put that aside and look at where love is calling me to go, and then like go in that direction.
Yeah, fear will always draw you away.
Right, because like that's where all of your dreams come true.
Yeah, your dreams
Is
come
by
true in love.
following love.
Being loyal to love.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a choice, and your choice is sovereign, and it's through your choice that you have more good in your life, that you have more love in your life. It's the choice to live a love-centered life, a God-centered life, and that is how you manifest a God-centered life, is through your choice. And you have the choice to build your castle, and you have the choice to burn your castle. It is your choice what you do with your life, what you do with your castle that you're building in your kingdom.
Sure.
Yeah. And so we really enjoyed this sermon from Adam and Brianne. It brought so much up for us to just reflect on and review and go deeper into. And with that, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy their sermon.
Hello, we're Adam and Brianne. We'll be your ministers of union for today's Sunday service. We'll start with our 3 opening ohms and our opening prayer.
Yeah, so we invite you to say the ohms out loud or in your heart. All right, and now for opening prayer.
I am the only child of God, forever part of Him. I'm created by Him in perfection, and there I will always remain. My mind is my sanctuary, where I keep His holy creation sacred. I will only allow in His voice. I will only accept His word. Today I will hear the word of God. I surrender myself to His teachings through His divine channel. I will honor what He has spoken and accept it as His will. I will be obedient to His word, for this is my salvation. In Christ's name, Om, Amen.
All right, so we're ready to begin.
Yeah.
So today's sermon is going to be on the topic of being loyal to love. This is just a topic that we, come to our hearts, and we felt we could go deeper with you guys. What it really means to be loyal to love, what that has looked like in our lives and our experiences with that, and how you too can be loyal to love and have all of your dreams manifest and come true in your life. Yeah, so I feel like we should begin with a beautiful Bible verse that Adam come across.
Yeah, when I was doing some research for this, this is one of the Bible verses I love. I'm not like some kind of Bible study I'm not very, but some, they're dear to my heart, and I take, the meaning I receive from it. So it's Romans, I guess, 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to His purpose. Yeah, so I feel like when we're aligning our heart and mind to God, we'll have all the good things. Like, we don't know what's best for us, God knows. So it's about aligning ourselves to the vision, that God created us.
Mm-hmm.
So So the vision he has for our lives. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what the teaching of unionism is, right? It's aligning to God in all areas of your life. This is what our gurus and spiritual teachers are continuously showing us through their teachings, is how to align to God, you know, whether that be, well, in all areas, but your love life, your life purpose, and everything else in between. And this is something that we're continuing to go deeper into, you know, consistently aligning to love by making new choices. That's what the teaching is knowing that you can create the life that you desired simply by your choice. And that choice is always to choose love, always to choose God, and not being attached to that choice. Because you're going to make a choice and God is going to move into that space. The energy is going to align to your new choice, and the thing that was out of alignment with your choice of love will now fall away. It will crumble away. And so this is where non-attachment comes in. And sometimes it can feel a little scary. Sometimes you may feel a little uncertain, like, okay, I feel guided to do this thing, but it looks a little sketchy. And so, yeah, we're just going to share our experiences with what it has meant to be loyal to love, kind of like on a grand scale, like some huge moments in our lives, and all the way down to the littlest like details of what it means to be loyal to love. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a question, Adam.
Okay.
What is it in your life? What is it, yeah, like being loyal to love, what does that look like for you?
Well, it can be the smallest thing, right?
Mhm.
Even like, what am I going to eat right now? Right? And just the big things in life. You know, like for you, you quit your job, right? And for me, it's been different things as well with, yeah, I mean, even us coming together and getting married, for us, that was like I guess both of us were a bit like, we wouldn't marry unless it was the big thing, right? And all this stuff,
Definitely.
right? And it was quick.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Very, very quick. And that's what Jeff says, is
Yeah.
that love doesn't hesitate.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you let go of all resistance to what is meant for you, like God moves in real quick. Like love does not hesitate. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is also why we didn't do this before, getting married to someone.
No.
That's like we're
Want the
very,
right person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you? What are some big moments in your life?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I feel like God's really led me to take some huge leaps of faith throughout my spiritual journey. Yeah, for instance, like when I started living my purpose, when I found Jeff and Shaleia, and I believe it was in 2017, April, May of 2017, I was working at a battery factory, and I knew that it wasn't really the thing for me, wasn't really what I was designed to do, but it's what was supporting me in for the time being. So, I was guided to pursue twin flame coaching, being a coach and sharing what I had learned with others. And so I created a website. I started following all the steps I was guided to take. And I was doing moonlighting, right? Preparing myself as a coach while still having my factory job. And I could feel the dissonance in that. Like as I started to transcend it, it's almost like the place that I worked for, they would lay people off, like say if there was like low workloads at certain times of the year, they would lay the lower senior people off and the higher senior people would stay. And then when the workload went back up, they would bring back in the lower senior people. Well, I was kind of a lower senior person, even though I had years under my belt. I was still on the lower totem pole, as I'm trying to say. So anyways, they laid some people off and I was on the very bottom, and I got put in like the hardest department that there was. And I instantly knew in that moment that I was on my way out because I was working towards just living my purpose full time. So, anyways, I spent about 6 weeks in the hardest department that there was. It was a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of manual work. You had to wear a respirator. You work with cadmium and stuff like that. It's a lead facility. So, anyways, I knew I was on my way out. Adam's smiling.
Crazy.
I know, right? Hardworking woman.
Oh yeah.
And so eventually I got laid off. And when you get laid off from a factory, or in my case, we receive unemployment. And so I knew I'd be receiving unemployment for a short amount of time to help supplement, for my checks. But anyways, long story short, the time come. And the time was, and keep in mind, I had a mortgage, I had a house, I had a car payment, and I had a lot of credit cards. There was a school loan that I was finishing on paying off. So I had, had a lot of things going that needed to be paid. So yeah, I felt it coming, and it was very clear when they called me to come back to work, probably like 3 months later, that it was time to leave. And oh my goodness, I had so much fear come up, because it was like, this was my steady stream of support, right? I was like, I have all of these bills, I have this mortgage, and there was a lot of fear. And I remember distinctly the day that I told the HR department I wouldn't be coming back. And I had to move through a lot of fear. I was like, God, I'm just going to do it. Like, this is where love is calling me to go. Like, this is the next step for me. And I took it. I jumped. And God's supported me all the way through. Here we are today. Very happy and very fulfilled. That's just one way, a huge way that I was loyal, or, a big space in my life. Something huge for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and even your fear of flying.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, like a huge fear of flying. And then lo and behold, I find out that my true twin flame, I'm living in the States, and my true twin flame lives in Norway. Oh boy, get to fly right over that ocean. Never mind a flight like in the States. Like, I get to fly all the way across,
Yeah,
what is it, the
Atlantic Ocean.
Atlantic Ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got some, got to test yourself a little bit to the
Yeah.
Toronto talks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this was another area in my life where I really was tested, right? God was saying, go here. And there's been a continuous, in those moments, like a lot of fear that I have to move through, but I know that's what's in my best and highest interest. Like, God knows best. And that leads me into a quote from it's Wednesday 1 p.m. class with Jeff and Shaleia, class number 4. But it says, let's see. Yeah, so Jeff and Shaleia were teaching the class what it means to be loyal to love. And something that Jeff stood out, I felt was very beautiful. But he said, in the consciousness, and this is his quote, or I'm sorry, I'm quoting him, but he said, this is most often what people think. I'm doing it, the right thing for me, instead of I'm doing the right thing for love. You must subordinate yourself to love. You are not the primary source of the universe. God is. Subordinate yourself to God. Very powerful. Yeah, we are not the primary source of the universe. Like, we did not create ourselves. We were created by our Creator. And our Creator knows us perfectly and knows what's going to fulfill our hearts the most. We don't know that, right? We know on a kind of like on a, we know we have desires, right? You have dreams and desires because that God has placed those in your heart. But how to manifest those and how to have those brought to fruition, like, we don't know. But God knows perfectly how to lead us to that. And there's a lot of steps involved, and it's not always a straight line, right? It's not straight and narrow. It's going to take you many different directions.
Yeah, and it's not always going to feel good. This was something Jeff shared with us in the class we had with him yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not always going to feel good
Mm-hmm.
in the way that's presented to us. So
Yeah. Can you share more about that though? So,
yeah, I mean, he was talking about everything that had happened with the articles, the Vanity Fair, and all this stuff, right? Like, yeah, that stuff doesn't feel good at all. But when you come through on the other side, like there was, a purpose through all of it, right?
mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it doesn't always feel good, but you have the strength to move through it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's where you have to be loyal to love, right? Um, yeah, and this also reminds me when I was doing research for this, like that, I was reminded of that story from the Bible, Daniel in the lion's den. It's kind of like he wouldn't waver his faith.
Waver?
Waver. It's a lot of words. Yeah, his faith in God, right? His loyalty to God. He was arrested, and he kept praying to God. And he's like, I'm not gonna. You can't sway me here. I'm gonna be dedicated to my Creator here, and they threw him in the lion's den for him. But he was strong in his faith still, and the lions didn't touch him. So it's a good reminder you're safe to just, follow love. You're safe to just stand in your truth and your faith in God.
Yeah, because you're safe. Your divinity cannot be touched. You are an eternal being. You cannot be tarnished in any way whatsoever. And something that was coming to me earlier too is, sometimes like the story that Adam just shared, like sometimes it can look like being loyal to love, being subordinate to God. Sometimes it may look or seem like a mistake, or like a mistake is happening, right? But there's perfection in that. There's a lesson, there's a purpose, and it's for our soul's growth. It's for the growth of the entire consciousness, the one child of God. The universe is working through all of us, right, to guide us home into our perfect state of being. And so who are we to say what and how that should look? And this goes back to what I was saying earlier, when you make a choice and then you surrender attachment to how that manifests in your life, whatever it is that you're choosing. You just simply surrender to the path and enjoy the ride. Have fun, and know that there are no mistakes, there are no coincidences. Everything is happening in divine order, and you just trust yourself. You trust your heart, trust God.
Yeah, I mean, we learn from all of it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this goes in, and being loyal to love goes down into, I know we share like kind of like big ways in your life that being loyal to love and how that can look and how it can feel a little bit scary and a little bit uncertain. But this even gets down to the smallest and littlest things. Just going back to the class that I was watching, like there's what am I trying to say here? Yeah, just like things that can come in, and it almost like an interruption. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, like in the class, the doorbell rang, right? And Shaleia like looked at Jeff and she was like, well, don't say, right? It was about her makeup. Her makeup order had come. And like that can look like, oh, well, they're recording a class right now. Like, ooh, you might want to edit that out. But we don't edit that out because there's purpose in that. There was a deep purpose in God that was divinely orchestrated. There's a meaning there, so there's no mistakes, I guess, is this in a nutshell what we're getting to. Yeah.
It's kind of like the first quote, all things work together for good. Right. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I can do another Bible verse I found here.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So it's Proverbs 3:1-3. My child, never forget the things I taught you. Store my commands in your heart. If you do this, you will live many years, and your life will be satisfying. Never let loyalty and kindness leave you. Tie them around your neck as a reminder. Write them deep within your heart.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So God teaches us, how to love ourselves and love others. And
Mhm.
yeah, just
Yeah.
when we follow his path, it's the same thing. Our
Mm.
lives will be very good.
Yeah, I love that you shared that, because what just come to me too is like being loyal to love and relationships. This is
Mhm.
probably a
Yeah.
huge one for everyone.
Mhm.
Like let's say, I don't know, like in love, there's discipline, right? Discipline
Mhm.
is a redirection. And so let's give an example here of what being loyal to love would look like in a relationship. Yeah, what do you feel would be the best?
Yeah, I mean, for us, loyalty is a core value,
Yeah.
right? And we can get that mixed up in a relationship, right? You're having, a family, right? Like
Mhm.
you're kind of like, well, this, we weren't, they're wanting to do this and that
Yeah.
doesn't seem right or something like that. But, kind of like you're having some kind of, there's a loyalty bond which goes into like, would you say like attachment or something then? Like,
Yeah, definitely. Like
yeah,
like most of consciousness probably feels like being loyal means being loyal to the
yeah,
person, right? Like your mom and your dad. Like, well, there's a family bond, there's a blood relatives. This is how I grew up. You must be loyal to your family, to the actual person, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, so say your uncle is drunk driving.
Mm,
Oh well, I can't turn him in because he's my uncle. We don't do that. He's this
mhm.
blood, right? But I wouldn't say that's being loyal to love, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not in his best interest to be driving around while, consuming alcohol, and it's not in the
Hmm.
best interest of people in the streets either. So,
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
Yeah, like being loyal to love there would be, well, I feel guided to there's law and order,
mhm,
right? And the most loving thing that I could do for my uncle and for the rest of consciousness is to, I don't really know what people do in these type of situations, but
call it in.
call it in,
Report it,
right? And
report it.
maybe your uncle can get some help.
Yeah,
The uncle, not your uncle, the uncle could get some help. And also, too, you're helping remove what could be a very dangerous situation for other human beings.
mhm,
You're like removing that
mhm,
from something happening, right, by being loyal to love. And yeah, sometimes it may not, like Adam said, it may not feel very good, or like,
mhm,
ooh, but that feels bad to turn my uncle in,
mhm.
right? But is that resolving the issue? Is that being a solution to the problem?
Yeah,
Right?
it's like I guess like asking yourself, am I being loyal to love or ego right now?
Mm,
Yeah,
hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And what is that being loyal to love versus being loyal to ego, which ego's not real, so you can't even be loyal to that, right? In truth. But like what do you mean by that? Like how would someone know if they're being loyal to love or being loyal to ego?
Well, like the first thing that pops up for me is if someone's in an upset
Mm,
or they're in like a pattern, right?
mhm,
Like, are you giving into their patterns or are you, kind of standing up for love and following love there? Like,
mhm,
when someone's playing out something, you most often can see it's in love or ego, right?
mm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just standing firm in that, right? Like
Mhm,
there was another Bible verse like we came across about even if a leader like I guess that was the word they used there or like, some kind of, you know, even if they come to you in anger and you can just stay in your calmness because that can, I don't remember the word exactly, but kind of like defeat
mm,
the yeah, the anger that is of ego, right?
mhm.
Or that's like yeah.
Yeah, because like holding the peace,
Mhm.
right, the anger would naturally like dissolve,
Yeah.
right? Because love, peace is the most powerful force. It's really the only force in the universe. And so it naturally dissolves anything that's out of alignment with it. Yeah. That's perfect.
Do you have anything to add to that? How would you know?
How would I know?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, how would I know? What was the question again?
Well,
What did I
like,
ask?
yeah, if you had something to add to that, if there's, if you're loyal to love or ego.
Well, I mean, you're gonna feel it, right?
Yeah.
And I guess someone could say, well, what if it feels bad to turn the uncle in, and it also feels bad to not turn the uncle in.
Yep.
Well, you can apply logic,
Yeah.
right? This is, as human beings, we have logic, like finding the truth there. The logic is it's simple, straightforward. So look at the logic of it. Is that what we do, right? Do we just like let people run around on the streets, drive around in the streets, like, with alcohol in their system? Well, no, we don't. Like, so you can look at logic if you feel confused there. And I guess that would be.
Yeah, and that's just an example, right? Like
This is a
so
very
many other
random
things.
example, but it's to help to help drive it home.
Yeah, and then in that sense I can share the last Bible verse I found, Proverbs 21:21. Whoever pursues righteousness and love finds life, prosperity, and honor. So that kind of goes into the same thing, like, standing up for what's right and love, in that sense, the truth.
Yeah. What just come to me when you were reading that was also in the class that we keep referencing to with Jeff and Shaleia, is that they were saying that when you align to love, align to God, you're always right. Right, because God is always right. Love is always right. And I was just feeling into that as you were sharing that quote.
Yeah, I think there's like a saying, stand up for the truth, no matter if you're the only one, or to that effect, right? Like, it's safe
exactly
to do so.
Good.
Yeah.
I feel complete here.
Complete too. So we'll do our closing prayer and our closing ohms.
Yes. Father, I accept your word into my heart. I will honor your will in my life and will follow you without hesitation anywhere you ask. I know you guide me into your heart where I belong. I accept that you are everywhere and your teaching is in all things. God, I know you provide me clarity in this teaching of union, that I may be forever in union with you. I accept that you are in me as you are in my brother. I will not deny my brother your word and will share your teaching with him in any way you ask and only as you ask. For when I share my salvation with him, I fully claim my salvation and return to you with him. In Christ's name, Amen. Speaking this prayer in your heart means you have accepted that you are on the path of awakening to your true divine nature. This is what it means to be a unionist. Follow the teachings of union with God wherever you find them and purify your consciousness into perfect union with your Creator.
And then for our 3 closing ohms.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. God bless. Namaste.
Namaste.
What a wonderful sermon from Brianna and Adam. And
Yeah,
what did you take away from it?
One part I absolutely loved that they spoke to was when they said God does not hesitate. and that everything can happen in an instant. It could be so fast. And they shared about how like their wedding happened so fast. The minute they chose it, it was like a whirlwind for them. And that's true. That's what you'll experience on this journey as you go deeper into love, as you choose love, as you claim your good. Everything will happen instantly for you when you transcend whatever it is you're going through. And I think everyone's experienced that, but it continues to occur as you go deeper and deeper into the work. There's breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. And you can really see that in specifically the Twin Flame Ascension School open forum. Like there's always people talking about this work, talking about, TFAS and LPC, which are the pathways of unionism. Harmonious Twin Flame Union is the pathway of unionism, and TFAS and LPC hold those teachings for us. And you can see breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough in that community forum. And I just absolutely love it and completely resonated with that part of the sermon.
Sure. I mean, we've seen that
yeah, we've
countless
experienced
amounts
it
of
too.
times in our life, and continue to do so.
Absolutely.
When it seems like everything's in front of you, there's like this jungle in front of you, and you don't know what to do, and you do the inner work, and then all of a sudden the pathway clears.
It's instant. The work works. 100%.
Yes.
So we want to take a minute and just thank you for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed that sermon by Adam and Brianne. And we want to invite you to visit theunionism.org for all our sermons, music, meditations, and card readings.
Yeah. And you can also find a link to donate or tithe to contribute to the Church of Union's message to the world through the COU website. And like and subscribe to Church of Union YouTube channel, and come join us for After Church Tea Time, which is a live discussion about today's message in the Unionism Spiritual Discussion Group on Facebook. And I think that's it.
We'll
Thank
see you next
all
time.
for watching. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.